just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And the Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice catch.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive, David, wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road for their career.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
In that 3rd down and manageable situation, I love the RPO play call. You just would love to see your offensive line get a little bit more push. That was a good look to run into, but the defense just beat him up front.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a great great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance to make a goal line stand, get some momentum back, get the ball back to your offense.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
On the double.
2nd and goal for the offense.
Get set, get set.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterbacks got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll put the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your quarterback moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get there. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stopped. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback will audible. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. 8-4. 2-0.
He's looking to throw. He'll heave it deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep throws.
He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. but it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget, so find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated, get them the football, and let them go to work.
On second down, wants to throw it. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. You think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
The give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Kennedy. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring in for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Feeling some heat. They get enough rush, and it pulls off the sack at the 20. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And the ball is picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Line getting set on second down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
A third and long coming up here. Quarterback checking off. The back goes in motion. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. They're working that left side. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if they're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. He's going to pass. Trying to get to him. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. He's looking to throw. He's going up top. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Almost a pick six, but they're set up on the doorstep.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're just about ready to kick it away. The ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback checking the play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. The offense set for a first down play.
Timber. Set. Ready. Go.
The snap sets up to throw. He's taking the shot. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They're setting up the screen. Still running up the 40. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He's real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. Good third down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense there, mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy. some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Give to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback touch pass from the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
On the option. He'll keep it himself. And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense takes matters into their own hand. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Leaves it with the running back.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He wants to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. On second down, just keeps firing. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And there was some eye contact going on there on that last play. Press man coverage. The receiver was looking at his guy like, please throw this up for me. You know we got this one. I'm going to beat this guy at the line of scrimmage and make a play. Quarterback, there was no doubt where he was going with it. That's just 2 guys being on the same page.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Hands it off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Keeps looking downfield. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
There's a lot of things you can teach quarterbacks. Some things you just can't, and that's athleticism and understanding when you've got to scramble and when you've got to take off and try to make something positive happen. And that guy just shows you the instincts he has playing the position, getting the ball down now to the 5-yard line.
And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They go right back to their man on second and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
If they can pay off this third and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. A penalty marker is down. If this is on the defense, the offense is going to have a choice to make. Do you dare take the points off the board and go for the touchdown? And the Bulldogs are threatening on 1st and goal. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to scramble. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Third and goal from way back there. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They move on top here on the 4th.
Man, fine June weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. Who catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and they forced the incompletion.
He wants to pass it on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Holds it in. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll go back to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the 4th quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that pass play, so nice job in coverage.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge game in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And you want that clock to run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Running back goes in motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line. Timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Here we go. Longer.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to let it go. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jet. He lets it fly. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that. It's 2nd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. IndyCar tempo as they hit the line for this 3rd down play. Caught running. Looking to throw for it. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Through the air on 1st down.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need a score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Dances away to buy time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out here with the W.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Kennedy. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, in a 2-minute situation like this, you've got to find your best players on the field. You've got one of the best wide receivers in the game. That's the guy that you need to be thrown to as often as possible in a 2-minute situation late trade.
Trailing by a touchdown, this 4th down opportunity lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception